All right, guys, I just want to get into Bitcoin today. I don't want to get into any altcoins. There's not really anything popping off of interest. But as you can see, Bitcoin is getting a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame, which is terrible. We don't want to see that. We do want to see this bounce up a bit more, where it's not at least a bearish engulfing candle. But at the moment, it looks like it is, so that's bad news. If I do zoom in, though, guys, you can see that we did kind of get a bounce off this long-term trend line. Basically, it's within a few dollars. So, like I always say, these trend lines are not 100% perfect. I could probably readjust this line and it probably would touch it. Anyways, doesn't really matter. It's not something that I really wanted to retest again. We have retested this quite a bit in the last several weeks, at least 4 times in the last couple of months here. And yeah, it's not good to see, guys. We need to get a bounce now. On the daily time frame, you can see we did get this dump today, basically. And what's funny is if you put it on the daily time frame, it does come down below this trend line. So not sure why the weekly shows it didn't really touch it, but I guess it did touch it. But anyways, it is getting kind of a bounce, probably because this trend line and this, top of the Fibonacci here, or bottom of the Fibonacci, whichever one you want to call it, because we are in this Fibonacci level. So basically the bottom of this Fibonacci level is kind of saving us. And yeah, guys, that's, the last 3 days just been down. And out of the last 5, 6 days, 7 days, the week, we've had just pretty much down days, only one green day. So that's not good to see. Now, if we look at economic news for the week, basically Thursday and Friday are the biggest days. Thursday with jobless claims, you have non-farm employment change. We do have global services PMI and things, manufacturing PMI. Friday, we have non-farm payrolls. We have private non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate. We do have some speakers in America speaking. So yeah, it's kind of, those 2 days are bigger days. Wednesday, though, I don't want to say is not big. We do have Jolt's job openings. We do have factory orders. That's kind of big. But definitely not as big as Thursday and Friday. So, and basically Monday is nothing. There's a holiday in America. So probably you're not going to see much volatility with Bitcoin tomorrow, unfortunately. And Tuesday, oh yeah, Tuesday does have some manufacturing PMI, construction spending, global U.S. manufacturing PMI. Not really anything major, though, Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday are kind of light days after a holiday, but Thursday, Friday, be watching, out for that. Now, if we take a look at the Fed Watch tools here and we look at the interest rate cuts, it's still 70% believing that, we're going to have a quarter-point cut, 30% believe we're going to have a half-point cut. Now, I'm in the camp that believes September, November, and December quarter-point cuts. January, if we look at it, it's basically people are believing somewhere along the line we're at least going to have probably a half-point cut. So whether that's in January or even this month or November or December, who knows? It's anyone's guess, really. I'm kind of in the camp that believes we'll be here, which would mean another quarter-point cut or basically no cut at all. We may just come back in March and reevaluate everything. But you can see that March, they still believe that we're going to continue down. So it's kind of interesting to see. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you on Bitcoin today. I'm not going to look at anything else today. And yeah, I just wanted to also point out real quick, I forgot to point this out, that the RSI is, it's kind of in the middle here on the daily time frame. If we look at it on a weekly time frame, let's see how low it is. But yeah, maybe it doesn't want to cooperate. But yeah, I was looking at, yeah, it's kind of in the middle too. So it's neither overbought nor oversold. So not much you can get off that on the daily and weekly time frames. If we do look at the Stoke RSI, though, I do want to take a look at this. On the weekly time frame, this is extremely low. This is extremely oversold. That's kind of good to see. We have a lot of room where we can move up. But we can also still move down. You can see that typically we do come down here to the, about 1. And right now we're sitting up here 16 to 18 with these lines here. And if we take a look at the daily time frame, yeah, this is extremely low. So I do believe that Bitcoin is, oversold. We're about to see better days. This is, just temporary. But yeah, guys, we will see. It's just nothing is certain with Bitcoin. Bitcoin tends to surprise people, and hopefully we get a bounce soon, guys. We do need to break this upper trend line, which basically, if we were to deal with that today, which is not going to happen, it would be about 66.8 for a breakout from that trend line that's been holding us down since we put in, the high up at 73,000. So, and if I zoom out, you can see this. So you can see here that we've gotten rejected pretty much every time we've come to this trend line. So basically in March, April, May, June, July. We didn't get close to it in August, unfortunately. Well, I can't say we weren't close. We were within like a couple $1,000, but still quite far away. So we'll see if we get this bounce this month. But we have to make a decision here whether we're going to break out or break down. And I mean, these lines, we could continue for another 2-3 months like this before it has to make a real decision. So let's see. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. If you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.